Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tonya's Witchy Kitchen Tea Time. How are you doing today? No, my piano is not cleaned off yet. It will be soon, I promise. So, do you like my lip gloss? I don't even own lip gloss. Seriously, the only person I know that ever bought lip gloss was my daughter, and she would spend her allowance on bubblegum, Listerine strips, and lip gloss. Not kidding you. Yeah. Actually got into a discussion about castor oil. So this is just castor oil, a little castor oil and a little mica, lip safe mica. And got into a discussion about castor oil with my brother, and he goes, you know it's made from petroleum, right? I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. So I went and got my bottle to show him, like, this is hexane-free, non-GMO castor oil, you know. Then I Googled where castor oil comes from, and it brings up the plant. So I don't know. And you know, the thing is that you never know. There could be castor oil used for certain things that is petroleum, like Vaseline is petroleum based. Things like that, you know. Yeah, it was an interesting discussion, and I don't know, maybe he was thinking of another oil product, or like I said, who knows, right? I don't know, but it was really interesting. That was a quick little lesson there. But yeah, so I was like doodling around, maybe on lip gloss. Okay, this is probably going to be the shortest video of tea time, because there are no notes. We're flying through on the seat of our pants, because yeah, there's reasons. But anyway, first, go to the website, enter your email under the subscribe list. I will not bombard you with emails. I hate it when I sign up for something and I get 6 emails a week or 3 emails a week. That's still too many for me. Once a week is hard to keep up on, and I do not do that. You might see 1 or maybe 3 a year. None the last year, let me tell you. But sign up so you get the code for the huge discount off for the sale in November. Okay? Do it. But anyway, our video today, we are talking about apples and apple cider, and I've seen a lot of videos lately, and it's like, well, it's fall, and I wasn't going to do this, but after scoping it out with my family, I was like, they're like, yeah, do the apple cider, and I'm like, okay. So we are not doing a pressed apple cider like the traditional, you know. We are doing a crockpot apple cider with applesauce, a little short part to do apple scrap vinegar, which I wasn't, so I will upload the video for you to follow, but it's not the original one that I was doing, because Doug and Stacy, she put out an awesome video with so much information and so much more detail that I was like, I'm scrapping my other one, pun intended, and I'm going to put up her apple scrap vinegar video, or I'll post the link for you to follow and finish your own vinegar. It's really cool. Really awesome. I had started one way back in August, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to do. And then we are ending it with caramel apple cider with whipped cream. Just a little tip. If you don't want it that sweet, don't sweeten the apple cider first. It's super sweet. But my kids loved it, so we are going to the video. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go check out the apple cider. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to chop your apples. You're going to save the core. Okay, and so you want 10 to 12 apples, like the little, you know, medium size, small. 10 to 12 apples per, my crock pot is a 7 quart. So per 7 quart, but I'm actually making a bigger recipe today. But okay, so we're gonna chop our apples. You want 10 to 12 for a 7 quart crock pot. Okay, so if you have any bad pieces, put them off to the side with your cores, okay? Don't throw anything away. Now, for each batch, you want 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks, okay? Oh, these are not whole. Why are my whole cloves? You want a tablespoon of whole cloves. And I'm going to be making applesauce, so I'm keeping my spices separate. And then you want just 1 teaspoon, which is about, oops, there's more. 1, 2, 3, about 10 allspice. Okay. Now, there are some options. You can add a star anise to this, and you could add cardamom or nutmeg. Okay, those are like variations to it. Okay, got it? And then I'm going to put this in the cheesecloth, and I'm going to, when I find my string, tie it with my string, but I have to add some more, okay? Okay, then you put all the apples in your crock pot, and you add your spices, whatever spices you're using, and then we're going to top it off with water. We're going to take it all the way up to the top, okay, like 1/2 inch from the top, and then you're going to set it on low for 8 to 12 hours. I like to do this in the evening and then just let it cook, you know, overnight. And then we'll proceed from there. I'm not going to show you how to make the apple scrap vinegar. I'm going to send you to Doug and Stacy's video. But it's very informative, and I wish I had known about it because I have a couple batches of this. And she's much more informative and detailed. So follow her recipe. It's great. It's very detailed, much more easier than what I was following. Just a little something extra, you know, if you want to use all your scraps. So this is the batch of apples I made, and this is done the next day. And then you want to, depending on what you want to do, you can strain out your apples. You can mash them up in the juice and then strain them. I've done it both ways. I actually prefer the pulp in my juice, but I'm going to make applesauce for my daughter and my grandsons, so that's why I'm pulling these out of here. Just makes it a whole lot easier. And then make sure, if you're going to make applesauce, and make sure you get all your little spice things out. Okay, and then I do a second strain on my apples, because, you know, they do hold a lot of liquid, and I'm not mushing them. I'm just kind of draining off what was on the bottom of the bowl. And to my cider, it's too hot to add my honey, but I'm going to add up to 2 cups of honey in my whole batch. So you would be adding up to 1 cup honey into your crock pot, and it's a beautiful golden aromatic cider, let me tell you. And then for your applesauce, I am going to add lemon juice to this. I'm adding 2 tablespoons lemon juice. I added it after. You could add it before, just to give it, you know, a little more acidity and bring out some of those flavors. You can mash this with a potato masher and strain it if you want to strain out the peels. I'm just using my immersion blender and pureeing it that way. Okay, and don't forget the lemon juice. You can this. Apple cider goes 10 minutes in a water bath. Applesauce goes 20 minutes in a water bath. The one in the middle is the one I did not strain off. So you don't have to strain the apples. You can just puree them in the cider. Okay, and for the treat, the caramel apple cider, you are going to need a 1/3 cup brown sugar and a 1/3 cup heavy whipping cream, and we are going to add them to a good sturdy saucepan over medium heat. And we're going to stir constantly and cook for 2 minutes till it's nice and bubbly. Once it's nice and bubbly, we're going to add 4 cups of apple cider. This is our apple cider that we made and strained. We're going to add that to the pot with 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. And we're going to mix it well to combine on medium-low heat, about 10 minutes or till it's heated all the way through. Then we're going to take my son's fancy commercial whipped cream dispenser. We're going to fill that thing up with cinnamon whipped cream, and we're going to top off the apple cider. You can also add a 1/2 ounce of liquor to each 8-ounce cup of apple cider. There you go. Tonya's Witchy Kitchen tea time. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.